So you've got an online course. It's out there, but it's not really selling, and you're not really sure why. Well, I can tell you there are multiple reasons why an online course wouldn't sell, but there are actually three main ones that are probably the likely culprit as to why your course isn't selling. Stick around and I'll tell you what they are. Hey, I'm Chelsey. If you are wanting to create an online course or you already have one, then this channel's for you. So, the first reason why your course probably isn't selling is because you haven't built your audience up yet. There are so many people who want to build an online course and they create it and it's an amazing course, but nobody's buying it because they don't even know who you are. When you're working in the online space, you do need to create a following. People need to know you, then they gotta like you and trust you, and then maybe they'll buy from you. So you've got to build that audience. There's many social media platforms where you can begin with that. YouTube is one example. There's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. There's a ton, and it doesn't really matter which one you want to work in, but you do need to find your people. You need to start sharing with them, provide some value, show them what it is that you know, get them interested in you and what you want to teach them. Once you have that group of people that know you and they want to get more information from you, then you're more likely to be able to sell to them. But you really do need to have that following. That is the most important thing. I have seen time and time again, coaches come to me and they've got this great course. We put it all together for them, and then they go and put it out in the world, and it's just total crickets. And I ask them, I'm like, well, did you create an audience to actually buy this product? And they have nobody in the online space that even knows who they are. So that's extremely difficult. So the first thing that you need to make sure you have when you create an online course is to have a following, have a group of people, have an audience, people who are interested in you and they like you, they know you, and they trust you. And then you'll have a better chance of being able to sell your product to them. So you've got this audience that's now ready to purchase, but they need the information in order to know what it is that they're purchasing. And so that's where the sales page comes in. And now many online course creators know they need a sales page, which is great. However, you can't just throw together a bunch of information on a page and expect people to purchase from you. There is a bit of a strategy behind it. And this leads me to the second reason why courses don't sell. It's because their sales page is just not clear. There is a strategy behind creating a sales page. It is so important that you guide your audience through the sales page to the eventual purchase. And if you don't know what your audience wants and you don't actually put that on the page, it's going to be really hard to sell to them. So once you have that audience, you really got to understand what are their pain points? What are they struggling with? And you've got to call them out right there at the very beginning of that sales page. Who is this for? That is the most important thing to put on the top of the sales page. And a lot of people are missing this point. If you want to know a little bit more details of exactly what should be included in a sales page, then check out my other videos where I go a little bit more in depth into the pieces of a sales page that are really essential for this customer journey. I'm just sharing with you right now how important it is to actually have a sales page that's clear. Now, design is a big part of it, but copy is number one. We call copy is king, copy is queen, however you want to say it. But it is so important that your customer understands that transition or that transformation that you're there to create for them. You're the guide who's going to bring them from where they are right now to where they want to be in the future. And that transformation really needs to be clearly articulated on your sales page. The other thing that is often missing on a sales page or isn't clear is the pricing. What exactly is the price and what are you going to get for that? It's important to be very clear as to what's included in the price. And some people put way too many different options, and that is very overwhelming. So it's important to be very clear, whether it's a full payment or a payment plan, and just make sure that it outlines exactly what you're going to get within those packages. So it is so important that your sales page is clear and your audience knows exactly what it is that you're offering to them. Now, when we're talking about price, this is actually one of the other mistakes that online course creators make. This is the third one that I see all too often. The price of the course is way too high. I have seen course creators put out a brand new course to a cold audience, as in they have no idea who you are, for over 3 grand, even 4 grand. And the people have no idea who you are. They don't trust you, and they're not likely going to buy from you at that high price point. And I've seen also that course creators are not offering payment plans when the course is over $1,000. There's a lot of people out there that can't just shell out $4,000 in one shot, especially to someone they've never even heard before. So the price of your course is so important. It is really one of the key things that needs to be done properly. Now, this video isn't about, getting the right price point. It is just to get you to go and take a look at your prices. Do you have a list of what value is included in that price? So if you're going for a high price point, which there's nothing wrong with that, if you have the audience that can understand what the value is that you're wanting to provide in your course, and you clearly articulate that on your sales page, you have it written out in detail what they're going to get in that course, and it matches the price of the course, then you should be good to go. Now, the other issue that we were talking about earlier was the audience that doesn't know you. Now, if you're in that ballpark, I think it's really important that you offer a kind of smaller mini course to kind of test the waters. This is kind of a little bit of an extra tip. So if you have a new audience, or you're just starting to build your audience, you can create a little micro course that is at a smaller price point. And this will give you a chance to test out the price of your product. Will it match with what your audience is looking for? So it gives you a good opportunity to kind of test the waters. You can get that mini course out there, get it selling, and then you can get some feedback from your audience on whether or not that is the right price point for a small portion of your course. And then when you go to create the full big course, then you can kind of multiply that price depending on how much more value you put into that course. So that's kind of a little extra way to be able to help if your audience is fairly new to knowing who you are. So those are the 3 main reasons why online courses don't sell. Now, you might be okay and have already covered those 3 things. And if that's the case, great. But now there's probably something else that might be the issue. And there are more reasons why your course might not sell. So if that's the case and you're still really struggling to figure out what's wrong with your course and why it won't sell, go ahead and drop me a comment and I'll see what I can do to help you out.